So how to get a job through networking. Hello, everybody. I'm sure you've heard of networking as a means to get a job. You're probably wondering, how do I go about networking? What does that actually mean? Everybody talks about it, but how do you do it? Well, here is an article that appeared in Indeed.com, and it's called 7 Networking Tips for Getting a Job. Let's go through these and see if they make sense. Okay, so it starts off by saying, why is networking important? Well, I can answer that for you very quickly. About 80% of all the jobs that are out there are not posted. That means they're in the hidden job market. Now, the obvious question is, how do you access those jobs? How do you discover them? And then how do you put yourself forward as a candidate to apply for them? Well, the answer is networking. Okay, so that's why networking is important. This is the way to break into the hidden job market and get access to that 80% of all the jobs that are out there, instead of spending all your time and effort chasing the 20% of jobs that are posted. Okay, now the second thing it says here is how to network for a job, and it gives you some general ideas. It says, get face-to-face, offer help, fight your fear, be patient and make time. Focus on the relationship, not the resume. Use social networks and online resources, and follow up. Okay, well, some of these are more important than others. Now, one method of networking is to do it face-to-face, okay? For example, if you were to go to a job fair, if you're a student or something and you go to a job fair, or if you're a professional and you go to a conference or a trade show, okay, those would be examples of face-to-face networking. And in light of current circumstances, that might not be the most practical way of networking at the moment, okay? However, there's social networking and online resources. Now, this is another major way of networking, and in my opinion, these are two completely different things. Now, you could either do both, or you could do one or the other, and they each have pros and cons. Now, in this article, they start talking about face-to-face network, and they make the point that networking face-to-face, that means meeting the other person and having a one-to-one conversation with them, is the best way in terms of quality. Okay, you can forge the best relationships when you're right in front of somebody, speaking to them directly, and I tend to agree. The disadvantage, of course, is that this is very labor-intensive, and it is not possible to do this with 1,000 people. As opposed to social networking, where you can easily contact 1,000 people one at a time in a matter of a couple of weeks. Okay, so there are pros and cons. Now, I would agree with this. If you do have the opportunity to do face-to-face networking, yes, by all means, do it. In addition to trade shows, like I mentioned, another popular way of doing this is to focus on relationships you already have with former coworkers, former bosses, school friends, classmates, that kind of thing, and contact them. Maybe have a phone call with them, maybe arrange a meeting, go get a coffee with them, and talk about the industry. Ask them what they're doing, ask them how their job is going if they're employed, and ask them if they know of any opportunities, okay, and go from there. So that is one way of networking. If I was making a recommendation here, I would not actually recommend that you pursue this right out of the gate. Okay, although it is very high quality, there are some issues with it. Now, number 2, it says offer help. Okay, so when it comes to what would you actually say to these people, okay, you can offer help. Now, what does this mean? This just means, in a nutshell, saying, hello, I'm here. This is the problem I solve. This is my skill set. And if you're looking, or you know anyone who's looking for someone that has skills like mine, let them know, because I would very much like to talk to them. I would like to work with them, that sort of thing. Okay, so that's what it kind of means about offer help. It's just sort of the message that you would communicate. Now, fight your fear. This is actually a lot easier than it sounds, okay, especially if you're going the social networking route. Be patient and make time. Yes, this is a time-consuming thing. Okay, so yeah, these two are valid, but I mean, they're making it appear that this is some really challenging thing, which it isn't, which anybody can do. It's really not that hard, but you learn by doing. Okay, focus on the relationship, not your resume. Yeah, I would agree with this. I wouldn't put this as one of the 7 points, but Yeah, basically you're communicating, look, I'm here and I can help you with this if you're looking. No pressure, right? That's the basic message. And then beyond that, you talk, if you are having a conversation, you most usually will not be having a conversation other than sending that initial message. But if you are having a conversation, you're going to be asking them questions about the industry and their job, and that's pretty much it. Getting their opinions, getting their experiences, and you limit it to that. You don't talk their ear off all about you. You ask them about them. That's basically what the nature of the communication is going to be if you are having a two-way conversation with somebody. Now, number 6, use social networks and online resources. Now, this is the other way of networking, okay? And this is actually the method that I would advocate for. If you've never really done networking as a method to try and get a job, I would recommend starting with this, okay? Specifically, LinkedIn, okay? LinkedIn is a gold mine for networking to get a job. And to a lesser degree, Facebook and possibly Instagram also, okay? But basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to be contacting people at companies, and not just anybody, but managers. And actually, the higher the manager, the better. The more higher level they are, the better, because the higher you go in an organization, the more decision-making power managers have, the more they have the ability to hire people and to make hiring decisions. So you're going to be connecting with these people, okay? Yes, you don't really know them, but you're going to be connecting with them. And you're going to be just sending one message and saying, hello, I'm here, I can do this. This is the problem I solve. If you're looking, let me know. And then what's going to happen is most people will not respond because chances are they are not looking for that exact thing right at the moment that you're looking for a job, okay? It's just statistical probability. But some people will be. And it's those people that are probably going to reply to you and say, hey, actually, we might be looking for somebody like that. Send me your information. Maybe let's talk further. Okay, so that's going to be the nature of the communication. And then if it's meant to be, it will go from there. That's the magic of networking, and that's how it exposes jobs that are not posted. Okay. Now, follow up, I actually disagree with this one. Okay, the goal is not to pester people. The goal is to just probe, put out that initial message saying, hello, I'm here. You're basically broadcasting that you're there and you can help them with this. And if people don't respond, they don't respond. That's just the nature of it. You don't want to pester them, okay? The people who are going to respond are going to be the ones that there may be some potential. So that's what you want to focus on. And if you don't get any responses initially, you put all your efforts into contacting more people. And sooner or later, somebody will respond because it's just a serendipitous connection that occurs where they just happen to be looking for the thing that you just happen to have at this exact moment in time. Okay, so basically that's the overview of networking. That's how it works. And this has been the #1 most popular way of getting a job. This is more popular than applying for a job on the internet and going to a job interview. This surprises a lot of young people, who haven't really done this. They're surprised that this is actually the most popular way of getting a job. That tends to be the most successful. So do your own research, learn all you can about networking to get a job, and I guarantee that you will not be disappointed. It will pay off for you. So thank you very much for your attention. You guys are awesome for listening, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.